Hi, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Liv.
And this is the Mach-E vlog. We're on another road trip already. This time we're heading to the San Francisco Bay Area from North County, San Diego for Electrify Expo San Francisco.
So let's go. We already started driving. I know we normally start stationary, but we took a half day from work and we're trying to book it up there because Patrick has a longtime friend in Los Baños, which is how far away?
7 hours or so. It's almost all the way to the Bay Area, but we want to just go up there and see our friend.
Yeah, so we're booking it right after work. We sort of took our lunch breaks and ran for it. So you guys are getting the intro on the road. So we're gonna flippity flip and show you where we're going, what we're doing, what's happening.
Okay, so as I was saying, Los Baños, I think it said we'd get there like at 6:30, 7 o'clock or something like that. We'll have I think two charging stops on the way up, but the second one will sort of position us to get all the way into the Bay Area. But for today, it'll mean two. But we need lunch. So we are going to try, as long as traffic doesn't impede us, we're going to try to hit a favorite place, Portello's, with the Chicago Italian beef sandwiches in Buena Park.
Thank you to Murchie with Charging the Road for introducing us to that.
Well, we were doing the Chicago Auto Show. He introduced us to that. But it's already sort of like, it looks like that may not be optimal, but it also, I don't know. We'll see what we're going to do. We're going to try. It would be great to have that. I did reset all of our trip stuff. So we're just getting started. We're 4.5 miles, 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour, which doesn't really matter because we're just going on slow roads. We started at 100%, but not technically at 100%, because I sat in the car this morning and filmed a video on some Ford EV news. If you've seen that, you know what I'm talking about.
If you saw that video, Patrick literally made that happen in like half an hour.
But we started with an estimated 244 miles of range. Lunch is about 64 miles. We got to get through LA. That's the bad part about living on the south side of LA, trying to go to the Bay Area, is like we have to get through LA, which is one of the reasons we decided to leave like midday. We thought that might be better than trying to get through during either morning or evening rush hour. But we're just going to go take it easy. If we get in late to Los Baños, it's not a huge deal. We were just hoping to be able to do dinner, but if nothing else, we'll get there just 8 o'clock, 8:30, whatever. We'll see. If you watch our other videos, we're like, whatever.
Either way, we're gonna have fun on the ride.
Yep.
Let's go. Well, we are a couple minutes. How long have we been driving for?
I don't know, 20 minutes.
49? Oh, 20 minutes. We're all over the place. It's been a crazy day so far, and it was going to be a little bit chill. We were just going to work a half day of our day jobs and then hop in the car and start driving. But first thing this morning, 7 o'clock our time? What time
it was before that. When I woke up at 6:30, we already had the email from Ford with basically the big news. We did a whole video on it. They're canceling the 3-row EV. They got some other stuff they announced too, like a mid-size electric truck in 2027, which is like, I wish it were sooner than 2027.
And the press release actually says two.
Two trucks.
Yeah.
Well, the other one's T3.
No, I thought it said the two mid-size.
No, it's...
Oh, okay.
Nope,
two new advanced pickup trucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the mid-size electric truck as well as T3, which we knew was coming and thought it was coming sooner. We know Ford has been delaying stuff, so I did a whole big thing on it. Hopefully you guys have already gotten all of that. It's been, this one will take a lot longer to edit.
Yeah. Patrick literally jumped up, got that cranked out really quickly. Well done.
And I do have one thing to add, because I did that video and then got basically a message back from somebody with the Model E team. They said, want to emphasize the one of the lines that they will continue to improve and enhance, or something like that, the Mach-E and the Lightning. Um, no further details. So as I was sort of saying, it's like the pessimist in me is like, yeah, further enhancements. That means like we'll get another color and another, instead of bronze package, a gold package or something like that. The optimist in me is like maybe there'll be another trim level with like the rally, or maybe some other performance enhancements or range or charging enhancements. So
But the thing that's comforting to me about that line is that they're still going to support this car. So I think I need to sneeze. No, it went away. Oh, scare it away. Say something.
I don't know what you.
When you're trying to get rid of a sneeze. So like they're still going to support the Mach-E and the Lightning. So that feels comfortable to me, or more comforting, instead of like fearing that they might just like, that's it. No more electric. We're not going to worry about you guys.
Yeah, and they did have in there that they are, moving some of the Mach-E battery production from Poland over to Holland, Michigan. I saw one article, they just said they're moving it to Holland. I'm like, that doesn't
Wait,
make
what?
sense. No, it's Holland, Michigan. And that's to make it more eligible for some of the tax credits. Not really to Ford. The purchasers of the Mach-E will get the tax credits for purchasing a car that's more made in the U.S. So good news, that's supposedly going to start in 2025. I believe that might be for the extended range versions, because that's what's the battery that is made by LG and Ford in Poland are for the extended range battery, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm an expert, right? No, I don't know.
You're not an expert. You just play one on YouTube.
I just play one on YouTube. Yeah, I think that's the case. It's there's so many moving parts, and I forget some of the details, but I try to get it all down. But I don't know. Watch that video, but also comment down below. Maybe you have more information by the time we publish this.
And maybe you've done another video since then with more updates or something.
We'll see. Yeah, this weekend is just supposedly going to be a lot of fun with Electrify Expo again. We want to document road trips. We just did a long road trip series to Denver and back. I'm excited for this weekend. I used to live in the Bay Area, so I'm excited. Liv's been to the Bay Area once.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's funny though, because we went to the Bay Area. Like, we used to try and go out, like save a trip for our birthdays, because our birthdays are around the same time. So it was our birthday trip, I don't know, 2018 or something, to San Francisco, and it was just fun. So this one, it's like it's fun, but we like have things that we already have set out to do. We're gonna go meet with like a multifamily dwelling charging company, and who else?
We'll put links in the description when we have those videos out, and maybe pop it up. I don't know.
Yeah, and Electrify Expo, and we're meeting with the chapter leaders of the Mustang Mach-E Club of America. If you are interested in having a chapter by you, let us know. Comment down below, message us, Patrick and Liv at machevlog.com, because we can help you start a chapter. So we're going to meet up with all the chapter leaders. So we have a whole bunch of stuff, and there's so much cool stuff from the Bay. Like, I want to go do, but I'm like, I think we might have like half an hour.
Yeah, we don't have much time at all. We're basically we're going to get there Thursday afternoon, meet with the multi-family housing charging installation. Friday we got a couple of things scheduled, and we're trying to do the dinner with the Mach-E and Lightning clubs. Saturday's all day Electrify Expo, and then Sunday we come home. So it feels like a whirlwind tour, and it feels like there's like so many places I want to go eat in the Bay Area, and it's been a while since I've been there. I moved away in 2003, so I guess it's been a while, but there are still some places that are open that I'd like to go see. It was like my first home away from home, because I was born and raised in North Carolina. That was in the United States, because I was stationed in Germany for 2 years after North Carolina, and then I got stationed in the Bay Area, went to England, went back to the Bay Area. So it sort of feels like, I did a lot of growing up there. my first car I had out there, So it's a lot of good memories. I'm excited to see. Excited for the trip today because we're going to go I-5, which can always be a bit crowded and busy. So we'll see how one Blue Cruise does and see how it is using the Tesla supercharger network to supplement the EA network. And in fact, a better route planner will do routing using both. And one of the EA stops is down for upgrades. So it's like, luckily, I just happen to know that. So we're going to use the supercharger instead of that EA station, and we may use superchargers the whole way on this trip. We'll see, but
And
uh,
kudos to you for planning this trip because it was quite spur of the moment. We didn't know we were coming, so I actually don't even know the details. Like,
we thought about trying to take two different routes, or I did. But just timing wise, I think we're going to do I-5 there, I-5 back. Just got to get there as quick as we can.
I wish that we could stop, like go to Solvang. We went to Solvang last year when we were on our way to Tesla Takeover. It was so fun. So I would love to go back there.
All right.
But we're getting into traffic, so maybe
Yeah.
we'll go for now.
Getting into traffic, need to find out where we're going.
Yeah. We just passed Disneyland. This is normally where we go, by the way, because my prosthetist is near here. If you didn't know, I'm an amputee. If you didn't know, the doctor that deals with an amputee is a prosthetist. It's quite a mouthful. Mine happens to be 14 minutes away from Disneyland. So this is kind of where we come a lot. Both this vicinity and occasionally Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go. Oh.
Oh.
Wouldn't it be great if we could do a meandering slow trip? I love that. We asked that last time. What's your style of road trip? Do you like zoom in, go as fast as you can, you stop as fast as you can, or do you like to meander? If you couldn't tell, meander. You?
Both.
Both. That's true. That's true. What are you? What's a good symbol for meander? A turtle and a rabbit. Tortoise and the hare? Okay, so leave your type. Tortoise or hare? We had the most amazing lunch, and then we're stuck in traffic since then. Pretty much, huh?
Yep. And I've been trying different navigation to see what routes it suggests to get through LA between Google Maps, Waze, and Ford Nav. So they mostly agreed, but every once in a while one would be like, take these side streets. So I don't know. We took one little slight detour on 101, but I don't know if
tried to
it
document
helped.
it. Yeah, it was like, save 5 minutes. Don't know. It makes you feel like you're doing something, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's give and take.
Would you rather be stuck in traffic or doing zigzags through the city for the same amount of time, same distance? Which would be better? One would feel like you're doing something.
At least Blue Cruise is making it pretty nice. It's still, and it's like with all of these systems, they're great for handling like normal stuff, including stop and go traffic, like what we're doing now. But they still make me nervous when things come to a complete stop and I can see they're stopped up ahead. I usually disengage or use the toggle or joystick or whatever you want to call it to reduce my speed quickly. And then the other thing is like, somebody cuts you off the car will likely react, but it's like waiting for it to be completely in the lane, and I could see like he's gonna cut me off, or
Yeah,
she, and
they.
then I start to go ahead and brake in those situations. But
And we are officially almost through LA. I don't know why I was gonna look at my watch. Let me
we're
look at
in
them.
Burbank area,
We're in Burbank,
I
so we're
think.
like North LA. We're by Griffith Park. Oh,
Yeah,
we're almost at Burbank. So
you're just naming
I'm
things.
just naming things. Look at me pretending that I know where anything is. All I know is that we're by Universal. So this is like the far side. It's far side. So we're almost through that blurredness. Because no
And
matter what, it's blurred.
80 miles about to where we want to stop and charge. Hour and 24 minutes. It says we'll get there with like 65 miles of range or something like that left. We're at 61% battery now.
And I like having Waze on because we have the 300 feet, police in 300 feet in the background.
Yeah, yeah. I don't always use Waze. Sometimes it's a little bit aggressive in like how it's going to help us save a little bit of time. We went to the LA Auto Show last year, and we
Oh
got up
man.
in the morning and tried to drive up there for the Lucid Gravity announcement,
At 9 a.m.
and we made it. But man, Waze took us down. It felt like we were going down back alleys to get there, which uh, I think at the time one of the freeways in LA, if you remember, like the underpass caught on fire or something caught on fire. So it was shut down for like 2 weeks, and it happened to be during the LA Auto Show. So we had to do a lot of negotiation of traffic to get up there. And I think it took us like 2.5, 3 hours. And then afterwards, we went to Pasadena because it was Kyle's birthday. And then from Pasadena all the way home, it was like an hour and a half. It was so much quicker, but it was also very late at night.
I just think it's cute. Like Kyle for his birthday, Yard House. Kyle's favorite restaurant, Texas Roadhouse. It's like
Yeah, very, yeah.
the he's predictable, dude. Get him a Yard House coupon for his birthday or whatever.
Now I can increase the speed back up.
Yay!
So as I mentioned, is like sometimes when I see traffic ahead slowing down, even though the car will slow down, one of the ways to get it to slow without hitting the brake and disengaging is just hold the down arrow basically, and it'll drop the speed. So I dropped it from 65 down to like 40 just quickly, like boop 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 boop, and that gets us through the traffic. And then and part of that is like when it opens back up, I don't necessarily want to go fly at 65, 70 miles an hour when I know it's getting ready to slow down again. So just
Yeah.
helpful blue cruise stuff, and it really works on any of these systems from autopilot to super cruise to whatever trademark name people want to come up with.
Yeah, I still wish it was more affordable, but I feel like if we lived in LA or a metropolitan sort of area, we're sort of like on the outskirts of San Diego. If we lived somewhere like that and we had to commute for work all the time, that I feel like it'd be worth it.
Yeah, yeah.
Super helpful. Still wish it was cheaper though.
HOP lane, I'm gonna go for that.
Ooh. So by the way, place we stopped for lunch, we took a little detour. It ended up potentially actually being the same amount of time because you just never know. So like I was checking traffic constantly while Patrick was trying to decide between the 5 and the 405. Not like that matters. But then there was an accident on the 405, so where we were was fine. And the place we were going out of our way for was Portillo's. And if you don't know, Portillo's is an Italian beef restaurant, like legit Italian
They
beef.
do. It's a Chicago restaurant because they also have the Chicago style
Dog.
hot dogs.
All I care about is the Italian beef. So if you've ever watched The Bear, that show is all centered around the Italian beef sandwich. At least that's what it starts with, and then it evolves to other things. But like, we didn't know what the whole big deal of the sandwich was until we were in Chicago with our friend Mochi, and he took us there, and we were like, ah.
And if you do know what it's about, how do you like yours? Just go ahead and leave the comments. We
How
like
do you
ours.
like yours, and why is it dipped? Because that's the only way.
Yeah, dipped hot.
Dipped hot.
Yeah, with no cheese added.
No, not like we've had the cheese though, but
I just don't want it.
No, it's just so delicious. It's a soggy sandwich. It's not like a French dip though. It's like, A messy French toast? It's better. It's much
Yeah,
better.
you
Yeah.
know, you know.
If you know, you know. So now we are almost at Burbank, and we are an hour and 18 minutes from the charging station. Should we touch base on what the trip has been so far?
Sure.
Okay.
We're still on trip 1, so what does that say?
Whoa, we're on trip 1.
Yep. Oh, that's, yeah, my current trip.
So
100
far.
miles.
Whoa, wow. It's like we planned that, which we did not. So we're exactly 100 miles into the trip. Gosh, it feels like driving forever, to be honest. Ooh, this is
Well,
fun.
we have 2 hours and
21 minutes. Yeesh. 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour. Thank you, traffic. 5% climate use. 91% driving. 4% accessories. Look at that acceleration.
Yeah, I ignore all of this.
I know. I know, but wow, only 100 miles, but 2.5 hours almost. We got
it's rough.
hour and a half to go, and then it's chargy time. So let's enjoy some scenery? Question mark.
Compared to our last trip, no, we're gonna go over one of the passes. I forget which one this is, so it'll be nice.
Okay, good. Yay!
Welcome to the outlets at the home. We have done 172.7 miles, 3 hours and 29 minutes, 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour. We finished with 53 miles of range. That last downhill boosted that quite a bit, but I think when we left Portillo's, it was saying like 45 miles extra, so it went up to 53. 25% battery is what we finished with. We started at home with just about 100% exactly. So now it's just a matter of getting out and charging. Plug and charge will work. We have used plug and charge, but I just signed up for the Tesla membership so that I can get discounted charging on this trip. So I'm going to activate using the Tesla app to save a little bit of money. Make sure I got up close enough. I might want to scooch a little bit more. What do you think?
Yeah, might as well. Got some room.
So to activate with the app, I just click on where I'm at, hit charge here, and I got to scroll over. The label is down here, 10C. We have gotten to a few chargers where they're not labeled, and the only option there really is to just go ahead and do plug and charge. But this should save me. This one is going to be 46 cents per kilowatt hour, I think, without the membership rate. It's probably like 56 cents. So I'm going to say start charging. It said we ran into an error. There we go. So the first time it didn't work, but this time, there we go. I hear it click there. I think the light goes blue, and then it should start charging in a second. It says initializing charging in the app.
It's flashing.
Now it's flashing, and then within a few seconds we should hear the charger start to spin up. And I can monitor this with the Ford Pass app or the Tesla app. So I'm going to put it in the shade over here. Let's show you charging rate 128. Let's see if it goes up. A lot of times we'll get about 150 out of this. There we go.
Nope. Oh, okay.
Out of a Tesla supercharger. So 147, that's about what we would expect. And I forget, I think we were like 180 miles from Los Banos. So we'll probably want to charge before we get there tonight. There's a few options, and I'm going to check something else out. So I can actually, testing this out. It's from Diablo Sport. It'll show me my charging speed, but it does it in a weird way that is not really useful, but I can see how many amps I'm pulling. But it's all jumbled together. They need to update this. It doesn't show just like kilowatts, but it shows me my amps and the voltage. This is the one that I use for charging, and I can see like I think that's the battery temperature is 100 degrees, and then that is the motor temperature. So it has some useful info, but they really need to work on the like font sizes and stuff and give us kilowatts, not amps. Although I do like amps, but like you guys all want kilowatts. Said 151 kilowatts. So yeah, should we run to the bathroom?
Yeah.
All right.
That was a great stop. Warning, my weakness is makeup stores, so it was an excellent stop, but this place is great. Air-conditioned restrooms and honestly a ton of chargers. Hello.
Ton of chargers, lots of places to shop, eat.
Lots of things. What more could you ask for? A Cinnabon with free smells. Honestly though, this is really, really big. Obviously there's no shade out here, but at least the building is nearby. Patrick is taking a photo because
we didn't check in.
He didn't check in, so, and we're around 80%, I think. You know, you toss in a couple stores, some place to get food or beverage, and it's easy to spend some time and charge up full. So I love this combo, and we're almost out of here. But good spot, good spot. Oh, and so we have, this is the accessible charger. He wants to unplug, but then there's this ramp over here. So of course we have to park in the middle, but if you were a Tesla, this would not be blocked. And then you could cross the street in your mobility device. All right, let's unplug. Hi, sorry.
Can we stop now? Let me go actually to the Tesla app so I can get the pricing.
Yeah, dude.
But we are at 84% because somebody had to go shopping. $23.94. We got 52.17 kilowatt hours. We were here for 35 minutes according to the app. So, not sure how much range we have, but there's like 3 different superchargers we could stop at. Kettleman, Harris Ranch, and Fireball. I don't know the superchargers.
You say Fireball?
Bah.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. I'm not really sure. So we're going to hop in. I'll route to Los Banos. That's where we're going to stay tonight with our friend. And we'll see which one we want to stop at.
Yay.
So we have 192 miles of range, 84% like I was saying. Let me just program in. So it says 2 hours, 50 minutes. How far is it? 184 miles. So we could stretch it and make it there, but then we'd have to charge in the morning and we'll probably go to dinner. And I'm not exactly sure where we're going in Los Banos. So we'll stop at one of those places. But for right now, that's good enough. We're just going to go ahead and get on the road. And then we'll see how we're doing bathroom wise. You ready?
Yeah.
And just looking at the other superchargers, they all have like a decent amount. Like I think like I saw like a 56 and a 60 or something like that. So like just plenty. I think one had 70. That one might have had 70. Just tons and tons, tons open. There are some EA chargers. We're not even going to really bother with looking at those unless it's like right across the street or something. But they're all like 4 stall, 6 stall, not that big. And I have the EA discount, or not the EA, the Tesla discount. I didn't sign up for the EA discount. We did our long road trip and I signed up for both discounts because there were some areas where there were no Tesla superchargers, but this is so well covered. And the fact that, there's like 50 or 60 stalls just gives me confidence, especially on a weekday. It's a Wednesday. Now coming back on a Sunday, it'll be interesting to see how things play out. I would imagine that the supercharger network still has a decent advantage having so many stalls available.
So that'll be interesting. Keep an eye out. This is a very chill, relaxed road trip up there, even though we are kind of booking it. But Sunday we're gonna have to like really book it so we can get home in time for work and all that. So watch that if you want the more hopefully not stressful,
Yeah.
but it might be a little stressful.
If we film, I think we'll film, but it's like we may be exhausted, but it'll be all right.
Yeah, we never know how we'll be at the end of those things, but
Green
we'll
light.
certainly do our best. But by the way, I know we talked about this before. I really love how at a charger like that, even if somehow it was full, likelihood is 5 people will be leaving at the same time. There's
Right.
that Starbucks, by the way.
Yeah, a full Tesla supercharger when you have like 50 or 60 stalls means there's probably somebody finishing up. But when you have
Yeah.
a full 4-stall or 6-stall Electri America or EV Go station, you could be waiting quite a long time. And especially because like we live in a San Diego area, a lot of them are local people using them. And if they have like an ID4 or some of these other cars that have free charging, that's for some people, that's their like, I'm charging this one time this whole week. So they're just going to let it go to 100% while they do their shopping or whatever. So uh, big,
Which fortunately
big
isn't allowed anymore in some of the more dense areas
yeah,
by where we are.
they're trying Electri America's trying a congestion thing where they force you to stop at 85%, which is there's some controversy around that we can get into in a different video. But for now, let's get on the freeway.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to the palatial vineyards of
Vineyards.
where
Fruit-
are we?
The fruit basket of America, basically.
The fruit is that what it's called?
No.
The fruit oh.
But there's a lot of fruits and veg growing out here.
Yeah. We're passing a lot of stuff.
This is the annoying part of the drive, sort of, because it's 2 lanes in each direction. So you can just set Blue Cruise or whatever cruise control and you're fine. But then one of these trucks will cut everybody off and we slam on the brakes and do 50 miles an hour and then back up to 75 and then down to 50.
That's happened 3 times
Yeah.
so far, which is quite like jarring.
And it's always the same thing. It's like, I think the car will get it, but my reaction is to like, oh, they're cutting everybody off, hit the brakes, because I know they're going to do it. So,
I mean, I guess there's a continual stream of traffic, so it's hard for them to jump in.
yeah, no, it's like they sort of got to do what they got to do, but it's a bit dangerous, and it'd be nice. I was surprised it's only 2 lanes.
So much space out here.
State Road, California 99 is a few miles that way, so there's like parallel roads that go up this way. So I don't know. It'd be nice just to see this one expanded the whole way, but we won't get into all of that. They're also talking about doing high-speed rail, which is under construction, but it's that's a whole nother video there as well.
By the way, let us know if there are videos you would like us to do.
And Blue Cruise just went to hands-on mode again.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of weird markings and like no markings and things like that. So, but overall it's been doing a fine job. For a while, I was like, I think I've gone like 35 minutes without touching the steering wheel. But now we just seem to be getting into this stretch of weird markings or whatever. But it's making it so I can look around and check things out a little bit and knowing that things are being watched for. Although there has been a couple of like truck tire debris that it's good that I'm paying attention because I can swerve around them easily and make sure we don't get any damage for that type of stuff, which is why it's like, even though it's going to keep me centered in the lane, none of these driver's assistance systems, from autopilot to Super Cruise to whatever, like I said before, do a good job of detecting things like debris in the roads. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. but you got to pay attention to know where the times they won't. Looks like there was a fire
Oh
around
yeah,
here. Yeah.
very burnedy, scorched earth, this sort of thing. So by the way, I didn't tell you. Wow, it crossed the whole road. Can you guys see that? You can see that on that
Yeah, on the
camera.
GoPro.
Wow, that's terrible. Yeah, it's funny because like as we were driving down here, one of our last road trip videos, there was a brush fire in the middle of the road, um, and it was very scary looking, and we didn't have any signal, so we couldn't even call it in. But there was so many trucks around that Patrick was like they probably called it in on their
CBs.
CBs.
Yeah.
But looking at the brush in the middle of the road, it made me think about that. So then seeing all this burnt stuff, it's like, warg.
Yeah, and there's
Fires are
another.
scary.
Speaking of which, I saw on the news this morning. There's a fire west of Denver,
Okay.
in one of the canyons again by Lookout Mountain. So
Oh.
I meant to check to see if there's any more news about that. But it's that time of year, August and September, when there's lots of fire news in the West, which is unfortunate, but goes back to some of the global warming
Yeah.
issues and more. It just seems like every year, like in Colorado, there's a lot of bad air quality days because of ash and
There's
debris.
always, yeah, there was fires there when we were there. We have an earth to fix. Like it's just trending in the wrong direction, isn't it?
Very much so, but
That's why we drive EVs.
what? I can't hear you.
That's why we drive EVs. But our charging stop, that was great.
Yeah, easy charging stop. Next one's
Yeah.
going to be easy. I should check to make sure we don't pass too many of them.
Oh yeah, Patrick was looking at the map and there's like just tons of chargers all over. By the way, so the charging stop that we were at was at like an outdoor mall. Bathrooms, food, amenities. But everything's a little further to get to than if you're at a gas station. So I was like, so far, I used to really like the Walmart thing. That's very low. That's very low now. Now it's like between the shopping outlet and the gas station style. And I'm not sure which I like more. Gas station style, everything's very accessible and it's good for popping in. But the shopping outlet, if you're going to be there for 35 minutes, you have more to do.
That's why a lot of people, like in Texas and some places on the East Coast, like Buc-ee's or like a Terrible's type place, because it's a
Both.
very large gas station with a lot of things to look at, and you can walk around, stretch your legs. So, yeah, it's like an interesting dynamic when you're not just running in for 5 minutes. You got 15 or 20 minutes for your stop. This I thought was like a great easy stop. I mean, we ended up being 30 minutes, went above 84. By the way,
Someone went shopping.
it is interesting that we were told by Tesla and Ford that charging should be identical using the adapter on a Tesla supercharger. What I'm finding is like the initial speeds are about what I would expect. So like 151, we saw like a 160 a couple of times. But where I'm seeing a difference is like on warmer days like this, I think it was like 95 back there. When we get to like around 50% state of charge, it's a bit slower using a supercharger than on using like an EA Electrify America 350 kilowatt charger. And I don't think it's the charging equipment itself. I think it's more in line with the adapter, the sensors around that getting hot, maybe. Somebody today, you're not supposed to put the wet rag on a Tesla supercharger handle. They said, please don't do that anymore. But somebody put like a map there in a national park or near a national park. So they put a map over their adapter that they got from Rivian, because there's a Rivian that was posting, and the supercharger handle, and just putting it in the shade seemed to help their charging speed by about 20 kilowatts. So there is something like the handle getting hot, the adapter getting hot, something in there is getting a bit hot and limiting the speed. But still pretty happy to have 56 stalls to choose from.
Oh yeah. I mean, or there's a product there. Like I was totally envisioning like a clip-on umbrella or something, a little charger umbrella.
Well, it goes back to, so like The V3 stalls do not have liquid cooled cables. There's some cooling in the V4 equipment. I'm gonna push the car a little bit. It's doing the automated lane changes, but there's somebody catching up quickly. I just don't want to slow down or make them have to slow down. So there's some cooling in the V4 cables, which then therefore the handle is probably cooler. In Electrify America, their cables are liquid cooled. So there it may be just the fact that we need more V4s out there with cooling to support the higher speeds.
We do. We're by Twesselman
100,
Road.
115 miles from our Los Baños, which I got to adjust that.
Actually, should we touch base?
Just quickly,
Oh,
2.6 miles per kilowatt hour. We've been going for 67 miles in 1 hour. And then so far today, we're at 240 miles now. So, yeah.
I feel like we've been driving much longer than 240 miles. LA traffic.
LA traffic
always
really
gets
put
you.
a dent in it. I mean, 4.5 hours
Yeah.
to go 240 miles is not great.
Not great. But anyways, we're going to let you enjoy some of the scenery and see you at the charger, right?
Whatever charger we pick. What in the world is that?
I don't know. What I am seeing is a giant dog that you can ride. Is that what that looks like?
It looks like a statue. Like it's.
Do you think? I think it's a moving thing. I think it's a vehicle. Is it a vehicle? What is it? What is that? What? I think that was for Burning Man. What do you think?
It could be Burning Man. Who knows? I don't know. It could just be interesting art for somebody's yard.
That could be. In which case, I think we need a giant mirrored dog. Like that.
No, it's for Burning Man.
Okay.
Okay, that's so far today 286.8 miles, but we want this trip segment 114 miles, 1 hour 42 minutes, 2.6 miles per kilowatt hour. We skipped Kettleman City. We are now in Harris Ranch. There's another one in Fireball, I believe it's called, and then another one actually in Los Baños. So it's really cool traveling I-5 and being able just to go like, which one do we want to stop at and use the bathroom and stuff like that. And really
it was just like, how much do we need to pee? An hour need to pee or half an hour?
Yeah. Okay. Finished with 78 miles of range, 35% battery. We could have made it all the way to Los Baños. But we're going to have to charge in the morning. We don't want to have to do it first thing. So we'll charge up a bit here, message our friend, tell them we're on our way. But we got to get charging.
Let's go.
Okay. Using the app again. Let's see what it's 45 cents per kilowatt hour with the discounted rate. Again, just find the stall here, 6D. Open it up first, hit start charging. And it should be pretty quick and simple. Attach adapter, plug in. Heard it lock. Went blue. And it's already flashing, but it says initializing charging. We'll see what speeds we're gonna get. I know the sun is bright, so let me try to get over this direction.
You're all right.
I don't know. Yeah, again, there's a peach pit there. People are
The
nasty.
chip
33 kilowatts. Let's see if it goes up. We
Right.
have found one supercharger that was derated to 33 kilowatts, but this one went to 81. I hear the supercharger stall. It's at 103 now, 138. Let me take a screenshot. We can take a screenshot. We don't need to put that up though. You trust me, right? 145. And we,
Give us the play-by-play.
yeah, as long as we're charging good, we'll probably go up to 80% because we will need to charge before we get to the Bay Area tomorrow. So the more we do tonight, the less we have to worry about it tomorrow, and gives us more options. Unless we need to hurry to get someplace for dinner with our friends. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's figure it out.
First things first, there's a trash can there. So throw your peach pits in the trash can. Second thing, let's flippity flip. So we were prepared for this charger to be packed full. It said what, 50 in use?
It said
or
there's
something?
80, and it said it was 50 in use. But what it really is a lot of them are not in working order, I think.
Yeah, which is why we were able to not take up a spot, because we're taking up a spot that is not in use. So now we're gonna walk to the restroom. I do love that there are the solar canopies here though, tons of shade.
Yeah, let's go in the shade.
Yeah, let's go in the shade, by the way. Handicap EV charging, and then right by this path, which is nice. I like this. Away from traffic, no shade on the path, but it's accessible. Cool. Yeah, this is all nice, but then to get to the bottom, there's a step over there. It's probably somewhere down there, but still. Okay, let's get out of here. We have a little bit of company. It's still pretty open here, but we got a little triangular company.
Okay, we hit 83% currently. We thought we were going to time it perfectly to get back out here at 80, but it actually charged pretty well. It's at 43 kilowatts right now. 83%, $19.47. 43.42 kilowatt hours, 28 minutes. So that was not a bad little charging session. We messaged our friend, let him know we're an hour and 7 minutes away. So let's do some route planning. Okay, it says 1 hour and 23 minutes, 76 miles, a little bit of traffic. Because I guess we're going to get off the freeway to get into Los Baños. But we have 191 miles of range, obviously way more than what we need. It says charging not required. It's going to be 86 degrees when we get there. Yeah, oh wow. Oh, the time is off.
Oh yeah, that's very off.
That's really off. I've never seen that happen before. That's weird. Because it's actually 6:07 p.m. Huh.
What is going on? What time was it when we got out of the car?
Yeah, I don't know. Like the car was tracking accurately when we got out. I've never seen it may be a GPS thing.
Well, you see it's 3:55, right?
Yeah, 3:55. Yeah, it's weird.
That is very...
So anyways, let's just go get on the road.
Yeah, we travel back in time.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, it got really bad and then really good. I think we'll just still go around.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, all the people that have nav are going around.
Yeah. Well, who doesn't, though? Who isn't navigating right now?
It's people that go like, I get on I-5 and I take the I-5 to the 580 and then I'm good, you know?
I remember, like, even when I was driving to work, commuting, the Cybertruck is going. Even when I was commuting to work, I'd have navigation on just to know how traffic was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got the same data that we
Yeah. And follow everyone. We are on the way to meet our friend, and there's this really cool restaurant that we want to go to closes at 8:30, so we really do want to get there soon. We will arrive at 7:30.
And she had a rough day. So so she's like, we can decide.
Oh.
So we'll wait.
Okay, good to know. But either way, all of a sudden, traffic was like 40 minutes extra?
No, 20.
20 minutes extra? And then us and the Teslas all swerve off the road and exit because Google Nav is like, go elsewhere. So I don't know about you guys, what's your vote? But I always like navigating, even if I know where I'm going, because you just never know what traffic is going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you like, Jay? Do you navigate or no navigate? Do you just like go out, dive straight into the world?
I used to do that. Like, if I knew, like, take I-5 to 580, boom, that's all I would do. But now it's like, even around the house, I want to do navigation because there's that, 1 in 100 chance that there's an accident and you got to take a detour or whatever.
That's true.
It at least causes me to, prompts me to go like, what's going on? Like, oh, I can see that there's traffic. So I always have it on, even for journeys around the house, unless it's like a mile or two. But like, if we're going 10 or 15 miles, I'll turn on that.
It's funny though, because when you keep saying around the house, I just envision you navigating to the kitchen. You're like going from the bedroom to the kitchen. Is there traffic? Huh?
Especially at night.
Okay, so the ramp was closed. Let's flippity flip in a sec. Well, it was a great idea and a great attempt, which unfortunately backfired because the on-ramp was closed.
Yeah, as we were heading this way, we saw them putting up signs that the on-ramp was closed, and I was like, maybe they're going to put the signs up and then they'll close it, but they closed it first. So we're backtracking now.
We were in the
3 miles.
line. Ooh, that was really bouncy. We were in the whole line of everyone who'd gotten off the highway before. Another bounce? Okay. And so they were waiting to go all the way down, then they would have had to turn around. So
so the one sign said use Russell, which is now what we're doing, which was make a U-turn. We didn't know where it was at because we're not local.
Yeah.
But we programmed in, let's go to the address we're going and avoid highway. So I think this is the best option. We're just going to give it a try. It's going to be about a 15-minute delay, which is what it said it was going to be if we would have just sat in traffic. So
if we hadn't gone down there, it would have been a 10-minute delay. So either way, it's okay. We're dealing with it positively. We're seeing more of the local scenery.
we're in the final stretch. We're 10 miles from our friend's house, Beth's house. It says daytime running lights section, safety. Ours are on because that's the way the Mach-E does it. Anyways.
It actually, because of the time of day, it was the silver car with no daytime running lights, and I couldn't see it at all. So it's like that time of day when people blend in. I personally like daytime running lights all the time.
Yeah, and the Mach-E has lights running all the time, so that's good. But anyways,
it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, that little detour thing, I wouldn't have cared at all, really, except our friend Beth was saying that the restaurant closes early, like 8 or 8:30. So I'm like, oh no.
You mean me? Because I looked it up on Google Maps.
Oh yeah, you. Well, I was, yeah. It's like because you had possession of the information. I wasn't sure where it came from, but anyways.
So hopefully we'll get there in time. Either way, it's been a great drive. Really, it's been great. I don't know, like, it feels like does it feel like it's been long?
That LA, it feels like we drove for like 5 hours in LA and then 2 hours.
Yeah, traffic, man. Traffic adds to so much. Yeah, if we were just driving like this, it would feel like nothing.
Not to mention, like, we filmed and got a video out, had work meetings, so it was like it was a busy morning.
It was a busy morning. Would you guys be interested in seeing any behind the scenes of how we do stuff? Because we
Oh
thought
yeah,
like it would be interesting to share. Because like we've had a couple like family calls on the last road trip we had, and then someone was calling this road trip, and we filmed the whole trip. It's not that
well,
we film all the time; it's that we are about to be filming a lot.
we've had a
So
lot of questions about like, do we film the whole thing and then just find the
yeah.
highlights? It's like no, and then it's like Liv filming a lot of stuff, but like when we do these segments, it's like turn that camera on, turn that camera on, turn the mics on.
And like now, we discovered a mic error with one of the mics syncing, so we're backing it up, and then like how you sync mics. So there's the behind the scenes, and there's also like the how do we film. If you guys are interested, if you want to make content too, which yeah, so let us know. Let us know.
Yeah,
Now I want to take a sip from my cool. Oh wait, you can't see it. Blue Cruise mug.
Blue Cruise, Blue
Covered in
Cruise Summer.
stickers now. Blue Cruise Summer. So on our last road trip, Ford did this thing where anyone could create some content, post about the road trips that they were taking on the summer, and hashtag Blue Cruise Summer. And then they sent out these really cool adult sippy cups. What do we call them? Grown
Yeah.
up. It's a grown up sippy cup.
I don't know what they call it. It's the new fad. And they didn't say they were going to send anything. It just
No.
showed up, which, I mean,
Yeah.
they sort of know us, but
And
I
we
know
saw
some other people get,
yeah, we saw other people had them, so I think that's really cool. So obviously I covered mine with a bunch of cool EV things.
and I still have Blue Cruise on, but it's just a hands-on version on roads like this. So still works, still doing fine. Of course, this road is straight as all can be. Like all of these roads out here are straight. So like the detour was like, go this way, and then that way, and then this
Yeah.
way. Oop, that was me.
That was you. But here we are in Los Baños. Hopefully we get there in time. It's been a great day.
I can go and give you sort of the stats.
Oh, right.
Just because, like, we'll put up the final stats, but we'll just sort of talk about what we've been doing. So for the day, like I said, I think we have 6 miles left. So we'll be at about 366 miles. 6 hours, we'll say like 30 some minutes. 2.6 miles per kilowatt hour for the day. So that's our whole day summary.
Ooh.
And then for trip 2, we'll probably finish, let's see, at about like 45% battery. I'm not sure. We'll pop that up. But since our last stop, 72.8 miles, again, we'll add another 6 miles to that. Hour and 8 minutes, a lot of detour, backtracking, a little bit crazy. 2.4 miles per kilowatt hour. Sort of surprised. We did have a lot of wind in this section, which was surprising. We got some little dusty areas, but yeah, overall, for like, that's me again. Trip 1, 360 miles, leaving. I think we left at about 11:15 this morning or so. I should have noted that part. Stopping for Portillo's, lots of traffic. It's been a good day. We were going to do it all in one shot, but now we get to visit a friend and got a little bit of work done today, so it worked out.
It's always nice when you can take a half day rather than having to take a whole day off and burn your time off. But I remembered something that I wanted to say all the way in the beginning of the video. So this day started with the surprise news for the changes of Ford delaying some things, of no longer doing their 3-row, and the Skunk Works team and the 2027
date. Yep.
So the things that I wanted to share were, I don't know about you guys, you'll have to let us know how you feel about that. You probably let us know in Patrick's video quite a bit, and who knows if there's new information now, but like for me, I was kind of like excited about the Skunk Works team. I still am a bit, but I was like hoping that there'd be something cool for me, a smaller car, you know, like
smaller, cheaper,
cheaper car, which is what we need. So the changes that started our day and the changes with Ford that started this video are something that like might change what I do, because from what we hear from some of you so far in the comments in that video, some of you were like waiting for what Ford was going to do. And I think some of us are now like, well, we got to do something else in the meanwhile. So that's a bummer. You'll have to let us know. Discuss in the comments. But I wanted to add that because like now my mind's running. Like what should I do now? Because I'm not going to be waiting for a skunk works thing for 3 years.
Some of it was like we thought about leasing, and it was like 2-year lease. That might be too long. We may want something before then from Ford.
Because there's some great lease deals right now
on 2-year leases. But now it's like, oh well, can we do a 3-year lease instead? So, and more than likely a 4-year. You know, so it changes things a lot.
It makes me think about leasing. In that case, what should we lease? What should my small vehicle be? Put it down below. Make it easy for me.
The conditions would be is like we want something cheap. We don't care about range. We don't care about charging speed for the most part.
Well, over 100 miles of range.
That's just decent range.
Yeah.
Because we are borrowing Kyle's Leaf still, which is fine, but on a good day it has like 40 miles of range, which means we can't really like take it to San Diego because we're 45 miles from now. Oh, now we're blown out. We need to just wrap it up now. I can't see.
Now, can we say goodbye to you guys like this?
Yeah.
Between the trees. Ow. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, we should wrap up this video. It's been really great. We've had a good time. There's lots and lots to talk about. So we're going to do another video tomorrow. We might have a whole nother video as well from some cool stuff that we have going on tomorrow. We will be attending Electrify Expo San Francisco, so expect some content there. And really, I hope you engage with us in the comments because like when we have these conversations, I think we both probably wish that you guys were here to have the conversations with us. So we're like looking forward to seeing what you say because this is not one way, it's two-way. Like we're having a conversation with you guys. We just have to wait a really long time.
Maybe we need to do another live stream.
Oh,
so
yeah.
If you want us to do another live stream, let us know like what day, time of the week. Like is it Sunday afternoon, which works good for us, or Sunday evening? Is it during the work week, which we can sometimes pull off, or is it like on a work day evening or
3:01?
Yeah, 3:37.
Yeah, the exact time. Anyways, we're gonna go because it's bright and because we should. Thank you so much for joining us for this video. I'm just gonna squint the whole time. In which we went all the way from Oceanside, California to Los Baños, California. And what else? Oh, thank you to our patrons.
Oh, yeah.
Must not forget that. Whose names are scrolling across
we got a new one today. I forget who.
We did. Thank you so much. Wait. Oh, let's look and let's thank this person right now. You know, like initially in the beginning, we thanked all of our patrons.
We'll have to do that one time, like name everybody.
We do.
But
we do.
We got to wrap it up because we're getting too close.
Richard Campana, thank you for joining us on Patreon. If you would like to join us on Patreon, the details are down below. The 3 different levels, and the highest level gets presents, which we are sending out next week. So
yeah, it would have been this week, but the printer jammed.
So now Richard gets added to the presents.
Yes.
We have to go. Thank you so much. Thank you to our YouTube members. Also, thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. And just remember that whatever you drive, whether it's towards the sun or away,
or a detour,
or in a detour in a traffic jam, enjoy the ride as much as you can. Bye.